All right, this is the second video. We're going to figure out how to get a texture from the tiger and warp it onto this iguana. First of all, let's go to this tiger head. I need to sort of make it fit a little bit better. I think that fits a little bit better. Now I need to make sure, click on the mask. I'm going to use my black brush so that I can erase some of this here. So let's bring the brush size down a little bit. Remember the brackets by the letter P on the keyboard. Come in here a little closer. And this time, I think I do want the hardness up. So that I can, now I need to get a smaller brush to the lower bracket so that I can erase this a little bit. Also erase a little in here. So just however this works for you. I also want to erase this white stuff here. So let's go down to the mask. Let's go down to the iguana layer and onto that mask so that I can get rid of this white stuff here. So these things will make your work look more believable. And there. And you can, spend a little time on whatever you're doing. All right, so let's go back out. And now we're going to find a way to warp a layer onto this iguana so it will have a tiger look to it. And if I open up another layer, I'm going to copy a piece of this tiger and paste it onto a new layer and then try to warp it on here. So I'm going to kind of take my selection tool, which is the lasso. Okay, so now I have a selection of there. Here I am right on the lasso tool. If I come up here to the lizard layer, I'm just going to click make a new layer. So now I have a new layer above the lizard layer. And I think I copied this. No, I didn't copy it yet, so I better go down to where that tiger is. I'm going to copy it, so Control C. Come to my new layer. There's my new layer. And Control V. And now if I take my move tool, I'm going to be able to move it. All right, I'm going to have to bring it, I guess it must have been another new layer, because I'm going to bring it above my iguana layer. I have a lot of duplicates in here. It helps me to work. There, now it's above there. I'm going to go back down and just hide that tiger layer. And I am on this layer. I can even name it that. So it's not wanting to let me name. There we go. I'm going to name it Warp. Tiger Warp. All right. So I can, on the move tool, I can rotate it a little bit. And now I'm going to go to Edit, Transform, Warp. And I can See how it's going to warp for me. I pull it over. Let's see. And I can warp it so that it's exactly there. There we go. And just kind of pull the different areas until it starts looking like it's really there. Okay. And you could do multiple of these. There. Oh, goes all the way out there. All right. So to make it look a little more like it's there, I can come to this blending mode and I could do overlay. Let's see what overlay will do for me. I think that works pretty well. You could also try, that looks pretty well, good. And then probably I would want to do the arms and the legs and maybe the tail. The final step is I'm going to take my tiger layer and then I'm going to hold shift and click on the tiger warp and hold shift and click on the iguana. That way I can move all three of them at the same time. I'm on my move tool. I'm gonna move this over here a little bit because what I'd like to do is I have down here I have a fire. Let's see where that went. Okay, so that's the warp, and then I'll do the next one. I'm going to show you some other stuff.